So today I'm speaking to the part of the Community Safety Act that,
Just you need to be record.
oh, Sophia Wright, my name is Sophia Wright. Right. So here today speaking to the part of the Community Safety Act regarding the right to request the gender of the officer who conducts the search. So the reason that we believe that a person deserves the right to request the gender of the officer doing the search is because 1 in 6 women in the United States experience or have been raped or threatened with rape. And so the experience of such a large trauma and walking around in public, women and trans folks as well will also have an increased rate of sexual violence. That trauma informs how you react when you're in spaces with people in power. And so when somebody stops you on the street and puts their hands on you, that can be a trigger for the trauma that you experience. And so this part of the law is important because we're not trying to trigger people, citizens walking around trying to live their lives, to be reliving traumatic experiences. And so this part of the law will allow for folks on the street who would feel more comfortable being searched by someone of a different gender to be able to make that request in a reasonable and actionable, that request would be carried out by the police officers on duty. Yes, it may be inconvenient and concern, like when you look at the state of things today and how things run, but sometimes a change needs to be made so that the right thing can be done so that we don't continue to harm citizens in our population and folks who live in this state, in this city. And so we have a lot of ideas about how that might look, but the general idea of this piece of the law is to prevent folks from being re-traumatized as they go about their days. So another part of that, the reasons why in terms of statistics come in with studies have shown that at least 40% of families with police officers have experienced domestic violence, in contrast to 10% of families in the general population. And so when you take that into consideration, it really does become a concern of, how do we make people on the street not be threatened